Good morning, everyone. I'm Dexter Gravel, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV. And today, with more Hatching Tide shenanigans, let's see what kind of things we can get up to. Hello, Jihli. It feels like it's been ages since I last saw you. What do we have for today? In pursuit of excellence. Jihli Aliopo, why did I get that wrong? Has a great deal to say about Hatching Tide. Oh, really? What's up? Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you in excellent fettle. For my part, Dexter, it's an absolute pleasure to see you again. Likewise. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Yes, I'd love to hear. Hatching Tides has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when the 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I've been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you, born aloft unto the heavens. Oh, that's a lot of eggs. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. What's this here? Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to have arrived at any moment now. Oh, Jihli, it's a disaster! The cart toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Oh, man. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without those eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Sure you can do that? Though, to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. Unless... Hi. But wait, Dexter! Perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand. Dexter! How wonderful to see you again! Knowing what an exemplary assistant you are gives me a cause for hope. If you're happy to help, that is. Of course, yes. Thank you. The first order of business will be to procure more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Oh yeah, let's hope he does. Alright, off to go collect eggs! Are we gonna actually just buy them? Not sure. Now, where exactly is this? Oh, there you are. Burly fellow. Hello, sir. Oh, have we met before? I'm pretty sure we have. Maybe? Maybe not. You're that dreamer who was here before, ain't you? A right old mess to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Ah, dang it. Oh, this is real. Is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tedial odds and ends, surplus wares that might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. A surplus of other things? Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eaten into my I'd rather see them put to good use. Okay. So what are we gonna do with miscellaneous supplies? When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Anyway, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. Okay, so, what do we have? Let's see. This leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. But to what end? I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Jihli saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols! The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Oh, okay, making parasols. Cool, okay. Cool. We have options here. Any rounded object that looks like an egg from far enough away, it's science. Or the shell makes the egg, as they say. Do what they say. Any road, we should paint them. Yes. Let's see how we do with painting them to look like similar to eggs, or at least similar to the painted eggs currently, like the one on your head. You're right. With some festive patterns on the outer canopy and a convincing egg structure, the parasols might just make for a worthy replacement. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. We might need more help than just the two of us. So, we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order from myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Exactly. I didn't even mean to make that joke either. Nice. Let us first pay a visit to the Leather Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. Alright, I have to go see Jiva. Oh, how did I not notice last time that Nonotta was there earlier? I should have talked to her back then. I've explained the situation to Jiva, and she seems inclined to sympathy. If we keep our manners about us, we should manage to secure the guild's assistance. Heck yeah! Let's go, Jiva! Ah, if it isn't Dexter. You must be the adventurer assistant Nonotta to speak of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid. Although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. Dang it! The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot. But our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. Oh, shoot. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so we can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up at the Black Rabbit Trader's stall and on. Sure thing. I can do that exactly. I trust that your leather is in capable hands. Heck yeah, thank you, Jiva. Hey, Beaten, we have a request of thee. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. We have some assorted timber here. Various lengths of timber ready to be sawn and lathed into parasol parts. Parasol frames. A task not beyond your own skill, no doubt. Would the imminence of the holiday not force you to compromise their quality? You've done well to seek aid, Dexter. You shall have it. Heck yeah! The younglings in the Acorn Orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. Yes! Alright, let's go back and speak with Nonotta. Alright, so we were meeting back at the Black Rabbit Trader, so is there something here specifically you wanted? Is that why we're here? I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild? I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. Oh, okay, so that's what the traders was for. Okay. Thank you, my Senta. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jihli once we've finished, so you go ahead and wait with her. Sure, okay. You're gonna grab everything else while I just wait? Okay. Alright, Jihli. Well, things are mostly all set with what we have left over, so all we have to do is wait for Nonotta to show up. Welcome back, Dexter. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap. All is set to proceed. How for the eggs? Well, they're not really eggs, per se. Substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nonotta cooks up for the prototype. Though, wait, we must. Yeah. Oh, that was it for the quest? We have to, the next quest is to wait for her? Huh. Okay. I mean, we can. With exceeding expectations. Why there wasn't exceeding expectations? Maybe too much of a pun. Jihli Aliapo is Aliapo. God, why did I get that wrong twice? Is patiently waiting to see the Parasol prototype. Nonotta will surely be along any moment now. Unless something happens. Let's hope not. Nope, she's here. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. So, how does it look? Ooh, very opulent. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. You know what? It actually makes sense that it's a parasol for this whole thing because it's related to that eggs up into the heavens thing you were talking about because it's above everyone's heads. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. Uh-oh, what's up? But we cannot let Nonotta outstrip us in hatching tide spirit. There must be more we can do. Ooh, options. Let's see. Let's show off your parasol to the townsfolk, or perhaps we can drum up a crowd with the promise of gifts. I mean, not letting them know exactly what the gift is going to be might be an issue. And, I mean, we are going to be showing off the parasol. We're going to be getting more of those, unless something holds up the process. We can still show them off. Be like, hey, you could get one too. Or like, you're going to get one too. But of course, we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instincts to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Heck yeah. My egg senses. I will sniff out those eggs, those in need of eggs. Are you gonna be following me? Oh, I think you are. The market is always busy. Let's look for potential celebrants there. Aha! She is accompanying me. Nice. All right, we will keep her by our side. All right, yeah, we might have conversation points. I don't know if there will be, but there might be. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. What's this light up here? Is this one of the points? It is. Huh. I wasn't expecting them to actually show up. Discuss decorative basket. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there. For instance. Oh, this one? I came up with the idea and Nonotta worked her magic to create the final product. Oh, so she was the one that, like, added the balloon or something? Neat. Alright, so first of all, we have an egg appreciator. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol like unto your own. At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? I'll be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing of ovid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. Alright, that's one down. I got another one. Here, an egg appraiser. Why, that parasol's an absolute delight. It's not often you see the level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask how you were responsible? Who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers had all their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known the guild artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. That's another sucker. I mean, compatriot. And there's one more just outside. Aha, an egg enthusiast. Heavens above! Is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you'll receive one just like it. For years I've searched for a parasol as darling as an egg. getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge? 'Tis a hatching tide miracle. What? Suntans? What? I expect those three will tell all and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Nice! Alright, so... Oh, back to the market entrance. Okay. Ooh, so bright in here. Okay, so what did you want to talk about? What was that? Oh, you're just putting it away. Okay. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I almost said an egg for egg connoisseurs. Whoops. Too many egg puns. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. Okay, sure. I can. That was it? Really? Huh. Alright, let's go see how things are going then. Okay, so we do have the new people around, and they do have their new parasols. This parasol is truly the peak of Ovid aesthetics. Timing my visit to coincide with hatching tide was a fine idea indeed. To think I'd end up with one of these delightful parasols all for myself. You and your associates are so generous. Oh yeah, how did I not notice that there were other people here also who had their own? When I laid eyes upon this parasol, its quality spoke loud and clear. A triumph of design, both practical and decorative. It's not often to find an article so worthy of my discernment. Looks like things are going smoothly, you two, yeah? The folks you gathered certainly are enthusiastic about showing off their parasols. Fortunately, no one's yet lost an eye. Oh yeah, with the design might potentially poking them out. Yeah, I might want to avoid that in the future. Look, Dexter, isn't the sight of these parasols simply marvelous? It certainly is. Why does this seem like a cult? Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. See, like I said before. Hooray, we did it, Jihli! We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this hatching tide a success? Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. The half of what? Oh, hi, what's up? My Santa! I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. Oh, interesting. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city was awash in floating eggs. That's incredible! To think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Oh, so even people who weren't going to be involved? Oh, yeah. Wow. What? Wait, Jihli! They're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with such misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind, this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit Traders will, Black Rabbit Traders' stall shall continue contributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nonotta told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. Oh, nice. We just need to make sure we have plenty of supplies then. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nonotta? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me. I have something for you, Dexter. Is it a parasol? That's the very second parasol I ever made. After Jihli's, of course. Oh, so I got the second prototype. Cool. I thought it fitting that you receive it. Thank you. Heck yeah. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Dexter, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. Heck yeah. Oh, yep, we get the Archon Egg Parasol. Ha ha. Problem solved. I love that pun. All right, let me actually activate that while I'm here. Where is it? Here it is. Use. Yeah, I've acquired the Parasol egg. Hold on. There we go. Nice. It feels a little too opulent for my tastes, but I'm still glad you guys give it to me. Thank you for that. When Nonotta first relayed the awful news, I'd wondered how we could possibly salvage the situation, but now I can see we needn't have worried. This has exceeded all expectations. Thank you, Dexter. You're very welcome, you too. Adventurer, I had such fun preparing the Parasols with you. I'll be forever grateful for all your help. Very helpful, us. Well, that, I believe, is going to be it for me for today. So, I almost went in between her legs, didn't I? Almost did. All right. Thank you so much all for joining me on this little adventure of today. Okay, I'm done with the puns. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me for this event. And for, because it's fun, And I hope that you all have a good night.